I'm just trying to figure out this live thing and trying to see how well this works. So I hope everybody can hear me. I'm gonna play around a little bit at the beginning, just kind of kill time to see if people come in and to see if anybody can hear me, to see if this chat works. I'm using an app connected to my YouTube to just try to see how this thing works. So I appreciate your patience. Yeah. So as of now, this conversation is about emergency preparedness. I just wanted to get folks to get their mindset on a mindset of hope, to be prepared. Who is that? I see Silver Scorpion. Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm new to this. I just was making a statement that I'm new to the live thing. Don't really know how this go. I just want to talk to people with like minds. Who's ready to be prepared, man. A lot of folks are living in time of anxiety, depression, stress, and all these things, and they just need to have a mindset of hope. A lot of people are living payday to payday. Times are hard. 20% of all businesses kind of shut down in our country due to this pandemic. I just want people to be self-reliant. This video will be pretty short. I'm just learning how to navigate this app. It's a little different from YouTube, so I'm trying to see how to reply to chats, or if I could do that on this app. But yeah, so the topic is just emergency preparedness. A quick solution that I have for folks that work payday to payday. Times are tough. They squeezing and rubbing nickels together just to try to make ends meet. Struggling with gas and cigarettes and whatever type of vices folks may have. But I just want to tell you to go to your local Dollar Tree, your local dollar store. You can spend $5 every payday. Kind of create your emergency preparedness bucket. Get a mop bucket from you play with all the buttons to figure it out. I know that's right, man. I need to do something, then I might cut everybody off. But yeah, the dollar store has a lot of pretty useful items. If you just get like a mop bucket for $1, and every paycheck, just go in there and spend $5, man. I mean, within 6 months you'll have a nice couple buckets of emergency preparedness gadgets. Pretty simple, pretty easy to do. Start with a checklist. Get your family together if you got a family. Stack you some silver though. I mean, that silver is going to really go a long way when the economy shuts down or the government decides to stop giving out unemployment. People really need to be socking away their finances right now. I really didn't have too much of a topic. This was more of a tester type of deal. Just wanted to see who was okay. I did a private chat and sent the link to a guy so he could join and teach me. Send the link to whoever you like. Like I said, this will be pretty short. I'm just kind of getting my training wheels on. I'm just putting them on the bike. We just bought the bike, man, out of Walmart. It's in the box. I got to put it together. And this is my YouTube live training wheel session. It's a little wobbly at first, but once I find my my footing, that's the way it'll go. Canned food, man. Canned food is the thing. I just ordered 2 of those 6-packs of canned chicken from Costco. I like ordering from Costco because you get that family pack, and you can just stack stuff up, man. I just got a big box of that big, Streamlab. I just got a big box of that canned chili, 2 or 3 more, 24 packs of water. That chicken, that canned chicken goes a long way. You don't have to heat anything up. I got I think it's called a Spitfire rocket stove or something like that, coming from Amazon here. I think tomorrow or the next day or something like that. But yeah, man, this is just to kind of get folks in the mindset of trying to have hope, man. I mean, when you're sitting around and you're waiting on the government to tell you what to do, or how to survive, or how to make it, like, I mean, that's you're not prepared. You got to have the right mindset going into any disaster or preparedness type of situation. You got to have hope for survival, man. Get you some books, keep some books so you can read some books about edible herbs in your local area. Find out. It's funny. I'm looking outside right now in my backyard. I see a deer eating off the apple tree. so yeah, there's food. There's food all around. I'm up in Bellingham, Washington, a little north of Seattle, up by the Canadian border. Man, we got deer running around out here now. It's a little weird for me because I'm an LA boy, man. I'm born and raised in LA, man, and we didn't have stuff like this, man. We bred and raised pigeons, flippers, them Birmingham rollers and birds that go up in the air and they do acrobats and flips, man. It's beautiful to watch in the evening, man. Sunset, fire pit, little wine. Watch your birds up in the air perform for you. That's a beautiful thing. If you guys don't know about Birmingham rollers, man, please make sure that you Cash and Coins. How are you, my friend? Silver Scorpion, Jersey Flips. I see you guys in there, man. Like I say, I'm just telling everybody, man, I'm brand new at this. My training wheels are still on. I just put them on the bike out the box, man, and I'm wobbling going down the street on this YouTube stream. Just trying to reach the public, man, with an emergency preparedness mindset. That's what it's about. Yeah. The gas, the charcoal grill, 55-gallon drums of water for flushing toilet. Yeah, you're right. Me and my son, we used to make them aquaponic setups where you grow fish and grow herbs. We used to use those 55-gallon drums all the time. They easy to find, man. They're $15. You can go to the warehouse district and find out who's selling something. If you look on Craigslist, you can find some for sale, and a lot of time it'd be the warehouses getting rid of them. We was buying some that had the the little bubble fluid, where the kids, they stick the little circle in the bubbles and you blow it and it blows bubbles all over the place. Yeah, pretty much dish soap. It was food safe. They had tons and tons of them, man. You can grab some of those, man. 2 for $30, 2 for $25 if you're getting a few of them, man. So we buy 3 or 4 at a time. Stack water in it. We grew fish. I mean, it's a beautiful thing to grow some fish and grow some herbs out of it. But I'm waiting on this Spitfire rocket. I think the brand is Spitfire, but this little rocket stove, man. I mean, it's pretty easy, man. A lot of people don't really understand how easy this stuff is. It's not hard at all. Like I said, the dollar store really has great deals. But families need to get together, create a checklist. A disaster happened. The people at work, they all separated from each other. Just at least have a meeting place, right? I mean, what's your meeting place? Can anybody name a few good meeting places where your family knows to go, or where you would tell your family to go in an emergency situation? People don't like to talk about EMPs and that type of thing, solar flares and all that. But let's say it was an earthquake in the city I live in, and an earthquake. They say the west side of the freeway or something would be detached from the other side of the city, and there would be no way to get to the other side. Well, how would you be in contact with your family? You got to have a place to meet. I'm gonna just throw one out there, and the place where my son knows to go is any local fire department. You know what I mean? There's always a fire department in most neighborhoods within so many block radiuses. There's always a fire department. Go to the fire department. I'm gonna meet you at the nearest fire department from the house or wherever you're at. If you're at work and you work downtown, I'm gonna go to the downtown fire department. I'm gonna get there by hook or by crook, by horse or by force. I'm gonna get to where. Oh well, you next to a military post. You good, Cash and Coins. you good. But that's also be one of the first places somebody drop a bomb too. So, I'm trying to be far away from those places in case Russia, gets mad, man. But yeah, you're in an apartment, man. I mean, you can get you a little storage. You can even get a little DeWalt Tough System 2.0 toolbox. They have those handles. It's like a big push cart. It's like a dolly toolbox. Man, just start filling that thing up. They stackable. You can stack 3 high or on something like that, man. And man, you can fill that up, man. You can easily get a good month worth of food in that. Make one of them an emergency kit, with a lot of first aid stuff from the dollar store. It doesn't cost a lot of money. Yeah, the DeWalt Tough System 2.0s, they have them in, you can get one on Amazon for like $109. It's 3 tiers high, not stories, tiers. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You can hold a lot of emergency preparedness items. You guys should get you some that 550 paracord. Right? They have the compass on them, the whistle, the hold on, let me open this real quick. You guys probably familiar with this, right? They have the knife on them, right? And they got the knife. Let me see. It has the striker. Got the striker on it, right? You pull this out. You can strike your start you a fire, right? With this here. I think it's this side. Start you a little fire. But yeah, get you a little emergency preparedness paracord bracelet. Stuff's not too hard, man. Stuff's not too hard. But yeah, get you a meeting place. Find a meeting place where you and the family can meet. Everybody, just knows to go there. And I mean, I would even do a dry run. Me and my son done a dry run. We was living in the town before. Do a dry run, man. Just page everybody, or page everybody. I'm sorry, y'all know I'm from the 70s and 80s. Text message everybody and tell them go to our meeting place. But what do you do if communications are down, right? You gotta have something to communicate with folks. So make sure that you have some communication, some comms. You guys get you one of those Baofangs, UVR5s. That's the name, Baofang. UVR5s. They're about $25 a piece. They're a cheap walkie-talkie, but they're also a ham radio. And that way you can hit the family stations. You can scan it for the family stations, but you also can bounce off the repeater towers for the ham radio. So you can talk across the state. They're not just local. You can talk around the country, around the world. Some folks have taken this and they've done let me see, it says, congrats on the first line. Thank you, Mr. Patriot Allen. I appreciate that, my friend. Jersey Flip says, I remember having and it's too small for me to see what that little picture is. What is that, a computer? Let me see what that. I don't know what that is, man. It might be that Jim Jones Kool-Aid. It looked like a pager. There we go. there we go. You know what I mean? Yeah, I had quite a few of those, man, back in the 80s and 90s growing up in LA, man. But and we had Gucci cases and Louis Vuitton cases on them and all that. Hey, Cash and Coins, I appreciate you. You take care as well, man. The live stream I'm just getting started, as I say, man, with the training wheels, but I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Anybody else that's just kind of gotten here, this is the emergency preparedness mindset of hope about, networking together, payday to payday, get you a $5 emergency bucket. You can go to the dollar store and put 5 items in it every week. Every other week you get paid. Just spend $5 just to kind of create you an emergency preparedness bucket. Get you a checklist where you got a meeting place. Every family needs to have a meeting place in case a disaster happens. You could have a tsunami. We could have a major earthquake. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Get you some communications. Go to Amazon. or eBay and buy those Baofeng ham radios, the UVR5s. I mean, they're about $25. They're pretty cheap. That way you can communicate on walkie-talkie channels, the family stations, as well as the ham radio side where you could talk around the globe if you can. Those repeater towers. But like I say, you really got to be self-sufficient. There's some non-lethal weapons out there for those that don't want to hurt people, right? You want to take care of yourself. You don't want to, you don't want to necessarily put anybody's lights out forever. So there are non-lethal weapons out there. They have the pepper ball guns, where they hit you with the 50 caliber pepper balls, not paint guns, pepper balls. Different weapon there. And they got those bear sprays. They got those guns that shoot bear spray. Watch some YouTube videos on that, but stack you some silver, stack silver. For those that are just tuning in, man, make sure that you get you some silver, stack you some silver, some gold, all those things. It says, Patriot Allen says, totally agree. The checklist and budget is extremely important for newbies. This could be very expensive undertaking to try to go to be too fast. Be a steady Eddie and pace yourself. Steady Eddie. Yes, better than Rocky Road for sure. Steady Eddie. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, every payday, this is not for, rich guys. I mean, this is for everybody. Not just for rich guys. This is for everybody. You can take like $5 a paycheck. Go to the dollar store and buy $1 bucket and put 4 items in it, and just fill it up, until you get you about 4 or 5 months worth of emergency preparedness items. Make sure that you got a meeting place. Make sure that you have some communications and a go bag, a bag to get to where you need to be. But this was just something that I wanted to just kind of test the waters with the YouTube and the live, and I downloaded an app called Streamlabs. If you don't have 1,000 subscribers to go live through YouTube, you can use an app called Streamlabs. I just YouTubed how to do it, and that's what I came up with, and I guess it's working because here you guys are, and we're interacting. But yeah, I'm gonna try to come on and do some lives. Maybe talk about some solar panels or stuff like that. Maybe be sitting outside while I'm doing them or something like that. But I love silver, and I love silver to be the background of anything I'm doing. But I really appreciate everybody for coming in. Think about those Baofeng UVR5 ham radios. They're on Amazon for $25. They're on eBay for $25. I mean, they're cheap, guys. They come in a little box, wrap you some foil in it, and you got you a Faraday cage. I mean, keep them charged up. Get you one of those little portable solar generators, and keep stacking, y'all. Is there any topics that anybody want to talk about or something like that before I get out of here? I mean, I'm in no real hurry to go, but I wasn't really prepared either. I just wanted to jump in here and just kind of test the waters a little bit. Any topics out there? And I'm definitely not a professional, y'all. I don't know. I don't really know too much about everything. I just know a little bit about a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. I hope the info was helpful. Maybe somebody will see it who need to understand about emergency preparedness. They think preppers are crazy people. Stackers are crazy people. When you say prepper, they think doomsday. You're in a bunker somewhere. But it's just about having a jack in your car. It's about having hey, growing your own food. We do microgreens, man. I just broke everything down because we're getting ready to move. Get you a little rack system, little $40 from Home Depot. They got the metal 5 feet rack systems. You could buy the little grow light from Home Depot and Lowe's for like $35. And you can grow you some microgreens, man. I mean, you can even go, to the store and buy one of those $3.99 buckets of basil already grown in the store in the plastic, and just take some clippings and throw them in water. And next thing you know, I mean, they root quick. In 3 days, you'll see some roots, and 5 days you can put them in some dirt. It'll look a little weak and like it's been in a disaster for the first couple of days as it goes through the transplant shot. And then, your basil will take off quick. Basil is one of those things like you can throw bricks at it, and it'll stand back up. So Patriot Island says the big issue in the community is how hard it is to set up a mutual assistance. Yes, in case SHTF. Probably not a quick topic, but it is a common theme. Yeah, networking is, just working together is hard for people nowadays. Everybody's so distant from one another. It's the mentality, that mindset of America, is sad to say. Ever since the industrial revolution, when they started building these warehouses and factories, and it took everybody, from the family, from the farm mindset, the preparedness mindset, and stuffed them into cities and made them depend on the government. You got to go to a concrete building to get food. Like, in a farm, you never would have thought that. You got to go to the earth to get it. But this stuff is prepared, and it's sitting for you in the grocery store. The sad part is, if the grocery store, can't feed you, like we saw at the beginning of the pandemic, the aisles were empty. People over panicked, and they grabbed toilet paper for some reason, like they can eat it. They grabbed all the toilet paper on the earth, like there was no more toilet paper, and so networking with people in the community, you can trade eggs, get a couple chickens. This stuff is serious, man. This stuff is serious, and a lot of people think it's a joke, and they have no hope. You can tell when people, like, overcompensate and buy 15 packages of toilet paper. Like, you didn't buy one seed. Like, if you're gonna be in the house that much and taking a crap for that long, you could have bought a seed and threw them in some water, and by the time you come out, you could have your own food growing. Like propagating in the whole 9 yards, man. But Silver Predator Casting, I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you, man. I'm probably not gonna be in here long, man. Like I said, I'm just wetting my feet, man, and training wheels and that type of thing. But the topic, we're talking about emergency preparedness. Patriot Allen was talking about, networking. We're talking about networking, working together with the community. Somebody got all the lead in the firearm. Somebody know how to cook. Cook is I heard on something. What was I watching? It said a cook. People look at the cooks like they don't count. When you got a network working together in an emergency preparedness mindset, a cook knows what to eat. Cook used to have all the respect. You can't do nothing without a cook. Anybody can grill something, or, but when it comes to the herbs and knowing what to eat and knowing how to heal you from the herbs, that's where it is, man. A cook is a key. Everybody gonna protect the cook. The cook, the person with the firearms, the person with the gardening skills, the person, with the building skills. It takes a village. It does. It takes a village. But everybody's so isolated in the American mindset of independence. But we have to be self-reliant, because there's no other people to be self-reliant or reliant with, right? So we have to be self-reliant. I was telling everybody earlier, 20% of all businesses shut down in our country during the pandemic. Well, what do you do? We just sit and wait for some glorified welfare handout from the government. Unemployment. People don't even want to work now because they make more money on unemployment than, man, America is through. These people, the mindset of these people are through. They want to sit on the couch and just be fat and eat a bag of potato chips. Like, it's just crazy. This literally is crazy, right? Like, we not all in the best shape. I'm sure some of us are in some good shape, but we not all in the best shape. But what can we do? Well, if you're not and you fat and you're in a wheelchair, then you better know how to put some seeds in the dirt in buckets on your lap. Like, there got to be something that we can do. Learning herbs, that type of thing, buying herbal books, and just getting a basic understanding of the things that we've lost in this community. So I got laid off, started selling on eBay, hence the name Jersey Flips. Right, exactly. Hustle for the muscle. Off the muscle, you got to hustle. And that's what it's about. I buy little coins and stuff, and flip them. Different collection sets. I'm a stacker, but I also flip too. And that's what it's about. Just making sure that from payday to payday, you're buying at least one thing to put you in a better preparedness mindset for any disasters that may come. A lot of people were unaware. it just happened to them, and the next thing you know, they had nothing. They could do nothing. They lost their jobs. They couldn't buy anything. A lot of people's credit got pretty bad, and it's funny because in '08 the suicide rate was astronomical. When this hit, I don't know. I really didn't hear too much about suicides when this pandemic, somebody's emic. When this hit, I didn't really hear a lot about suicides, so I don't know the numbers on that. But we got to have hope, y'all. We got to have hope. We got to have patience. We got to have faith. You got to believe in yourself, believe in your higher power, believe in your hustle. You got to believe in a lot of things to be able to make these things work, but you got to have some skills to believe in those skills to be able to make it past today into tomorrow. Because it gets real hard sometimes, man. And, people are throw on a blonde wig and some skirts and some high heel shoes and go jump over the bank counter and to talk about I need it all. But really all you needed was some seeds, man. Just take some time and sow you some seeds and water it every now and then with some good nutrients and some love, and you'll be able to feed yourself and eat, and it'll be all right. You said, I lost my job a few years ago. It was tough, but hope, patience, and faith got us through. Amen, man. And my hustle game went right. Keep preaching, Big Mike. Yeah, I'm not trying to preach, man, but I'm just trying to tell it like it TI is, man. And if that's what it becomes for people, then that's what it is. And I'm with that too. I just want to talk the truth, man. This is just some truth talk. Silver Predator Cassie said, yeah, suicide went up during the pandemic. A lot of people couldn't handle the isolation, right? Unfortunately, right. Yeah, it's sad how some people just have to be with other people, or they feel like, the world is closing in on them. I was raised the only child. I grew up in LA, and so my neighborhood, my block was full of people. That's when communities were together, and now we are isolated. It's the American mindset, individualism, individualized. You turn 18, you get out, and you go get a job, and you get in debt for $300,000 for a house, or $400,000 for 30 years, and you go get $100,000 worth of student loans. That's another 30 years. They pretty much got an occupational slave until you hit the dirt. And then if you still owe something, they're going to take everything you worked for that might even be paid for before even the next generation get it. And then when they get it, they're going to tax them to death when they get it. Like, it's a never-ending hand in your pocket, man. This ain't a nice Uncle Sam that I know, man. This is a Uncle Scam. He gonna suck and bleed to people dry, man. And it's sad, man. It's sad. It is a sad situation. So I'm here to just try to promote some hope, man. To give people the necessary skills and tools that they need. It's something simple like a checklist, a meeting place. If a disaster happens, where are you and your you'll never see your family member again? What if the bridge broke down and you can't get to that side of the town? Like, what are you going to do? What does your family know to do? Does your family know to go anywhere? Do you have any type of plan? It's sad. It's sad. And so I just want people to get to thinking and kind of just figure some of these things out. It's not hard. It's like learning how to tie a shoe. It's a different way of thinking. A lot of people think it's crazy talk. But being prepared is no different than having, I think I said in my video earlier, being prepared is no different than having a toothbrush so you can put out the fire, that hot breath you got first thing in the morning when you wake up. You grab that toothbrush and you wash it off and you put some toothpaste on it and you start killing that bacteria in your mouth, because if not, you're going to walk past somebody and talk and burn the hair off their face and give them a shave, right? But what stops that? A toothbrush, right? If you have a flat, what you going to do? You open your trunk and you get a jack. This stuff is simple, man. You go to the store and you buy cooking utensils because you're going to cook. Well, what about your family and your life, man, when you can't go to the hospital? You need an emergency kit. You need a first aid kit. You need these things that we're talking about. That's another reason to stack. It's hard to track it, never loses value. Exactly. You can't eat silver, but you sure as heck won't starve as long as you have. Right. You can go to somebody and be like, man, they need to go buy something. They can't get in the ATM. You give them some silver for a chicken. They take the silver and go pay Paul for what they needed from Paul, but now you got a chicken that's going to produce you some eggs. So now you eating off that silver ounce you gave them so they can go buy a light bulb from down the street from somebody who was making them. And it's just like one hand feeds the other. And it's like passing these things off, man, you know. And somebody said that too in another video, like you can't eat silver. That's okay, but I can eat what silver buys, though. You know what I'm saying? I can eat what silver buys, man. I mean, and when you really think about it, you really can go outside and eat the grass, man. Do you know the cows that you eat the grass? If it's nutrients enough to feed and make a cow 2,000 pounds, it'll feed your big ass while you sitting on the cow. You know, get a blender, chop it up with a knife, like, you know, do something, man. He says, agree. I'm gonna force my kids to go to college. They'll get a check. Exactly. They'll learn some kind of skill. Though college is big business. Nothing more in my opinion. Big facts, Patriot. Right. I mean, you know, college is, man, I'm teaching my kids how to do DIY. My son, excuse me, not kids. I'm teaching my son how to do DIY solar panel systems. Period. That we don't need, you know, he's doing that. He's doing aquaponics. He's learned microgreens. You know, I went to school and worked all the way up to my PhD. I'm in debt, right? And I feel like there's only one person needs to be in debt in this family, and that's me. And I'll die in debt, and that's cool. You know, my people come from slave plantations, so we'd probably be in debt for the rest of the time on this earth, or until the Lord come back and something, as long as this other man's in control. But it looks like everybody's in debt now, right? It don't even matter your race no more. Your foot is on your Uncle Sam got his knee in our neck like it was with George Floyd, but with everybody's neck. We can't breathe. This is why we're preppers. It's because Uncle Sam's knee is in our neck and we can't breathe. You know, we just trying to breathe. That's how hard it is, though. You know, people just want to make it, man. So yeah, teach your kids some trades, man. Teach them, you know, about herbs, man. People talking about these are weeds. We go to the Darwin theory in a garden. Let's say you got a garden and everything else is getting choked out with the dandelions and with the weeds. Well, the weeds' roots are pretty long. They go down and they bring up the nutrients that the other plants like the Swiss chard and the greens and all those things need, right? So they have the longer root that tap down into the bottom. Well, the things that's growing the strongest, obviously you should eat more of. Nature has a way of like when you need sun, it comes out. You know, when you need light at night, it comes out, right? These things happen, right? When the earth needs water, it rains, right? So when you need to eat the things, it's funny like a dog. A dog will be sick and go outside and know exactly what to eat. Well, why the hell don't we? You know what I'm saying? Why don't we know what to eat? You know, why do we got to go to the store and buy some ice cream and some garbage that's been, you know, fixed in a damn warehouse somewhere, where we can just kind of go outside and survive on those things that they call weeds. Those things are actually good for you. You can make tea out of it. You can fry them. You can eat them. I mean, it's delicious. It's a beautiful thing, man. We got to just think outside the box. Let me see. Big facts, Patriot. Let me see what Patriot said. That was tough. That's right. Faith has got us to. Yep, I read that one. Right. Don't lose the value. Yeah, people are lazy, man. People are lazy, man. It's sad, man. It's sad how lazy people are, man. I mean, you know, I was watching your videos, Silver Predator, of you pouring, man, and man, that's some good stuff you doing. That's a good trade, man. You know, I mean, that's pretty much blacksmithing, man. You know, all you got to do is get you one of them mallets and an anvil, man, and start beating some swords together and, you know, making them rifles and, you know, but obviously you can't just do that. You need Uncle Sam's permission, man. Books on herbs. Yeah, there is a off the top of my head, I can't think of the name of the book. But there's books, like I go to the thrift store, man. There's books everywhere, you know, on herbs and that type of things based on your region. I just bought the Farmer's Almanac the other day. I heard something on a video and I was like, oh man, I need to get that. I'm in zone 8. 8A and 8B actually is both. And I just wanted to learn more about the Earth and what it's doing. You know, me and my son, we into the lunisolar calendar. Like, you know, we keep track of the moon. And, you know, we're not all into no like black magic and hoodoo and voodoo and none of that stuff, man. But the Creator gave us times and seasons and that type of thing, how to be able to tell the days apart by the moon and that type of thing, you know, and full moon and half moons and quarter moons and those type of things. That's how you keep up with the months, because the man done lied to us and told us, you know, this day is this month and the new year starts in January. Don't know New Year starting no damn January. New Year start in the spring when everything is fresh and new, right? If it's like if you the earth talks to us, you know, we just got to get back in tune with the earth and understand that it talks to us, man. Yeah, when everything is fresh, I mean, you know, the earth is fresh, it's renewed. How do you go out in the wintertime and January and say it's the new year when everything is dead? Like, that don't even make sense. You say, I'm looking for an anvil now. Good one's hard to come by. Yeah, man, I wish I had that. I'm going to have to watch some of your lives, man. You're going to have to do some lives and teach me how to pour, man. That pouring you doing, man, that's some tough stuff, man. And I really commend you for that, man. It's a nice hobby, nice hustle. Yeah, you need a store, man, so you can just kind of sell some of that stuff, or get you an eBay store and start selling that stuff, man. I mean, that stuff looks pretty nice. I like that kilo, that round one you did. I think you did it in a skillet, had a hole in it. That was pretty nice, man. I mean, you know, minus the hole, but I mean, still, that's a big chunk of big chunk of copper. Like I was saying, you know, for those that are into making their own bullets, man, I mean, when you go to the fishing wharfs, you know, they got fishing stores down there in a lot of the marina areas, and, you know, they got a lot of buckets of old lead sitting in the back, you know, lead weights for fishing. And, man, they'll sell you a whole bucket of that stuff for like $5, man, $10, man, for a whole like 5-gallon bucket of lead. And all you got to do at that point is make your own lead, right? So yeah, just some little nuggets, man, that I came across and in the past. But yeah, y'all, you know, like I said, I didn't have any really talking points, man. I just wanted to come on and tell people payday to payday, go to the dollar store, spend $5, get your emergency preparedness bucket, get a checklist of a meeting place, communications, a go bag. Like I say, spend $25 on one of them little ham radios, a Baofeng UVR5. Learn to be self-reliant. Talking about growing, I think Jersey Flips talked about that one. And then non-lethal weapons for those that can't own guns. You're a felon, you can't own guns. There's still a way to take people out. Get you some crossbows, or, you know, yeah. And for those of us that can have weapons, you know, make sure that you stack you some. You know what I'm saying? Better be caught with than without, right? I mean, so I'm working on setting up a store to sell my pores for sure. Just want to get a little bit better before I do. It's late here and got it early. I'm loving the chat. Good night, all right. Take it easy, Silver Predator Casting. I'm out of here too. Like I said, I'm just trying to get my feet wet with this live thing. I appreciate everybody for stopping in, but I'm gonna get out of here too. Don't forget, enjoy chatting with like-minded brothers out there in the prepping gang. That's right, prepping gang. But yeah, you know, we'll do this more often, even if it's just 4 or 5 of us in here. I mean, that's cool. We can just chop it up. But I'm gonna get out of here too, you guys, man. I wish you guys have a blessed week. You know, don't kill yourself for the man, and you know, think about your family, and, you know, talk with your family if it's a bunch of you guys, or a few of you guys, or 2 of you guys, and just like, you know, where do you want to meet up if something happens and we get separated? Where can we meet? In the same town, somewhere. Even if you got to walk for 5 hours to get there, where can we meet? So think of a meeting place. Big Silver Treasure Hunter. Hey, Mr. Big Silver Treasure Hunter. I appreciate you for stopping in, but we on our way out the door. Like I was telling them, I'm just putting my training wheels on my little bike for riding on live, and this is my first one. But I just want to thank everybody for stopping in. I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. I probably will be doing another video on a couple coins that I got that I'll be trading trading into my local coin store for some silver. I got an 1858 seated Liberty half dollar and an 1876 seated Liberty half dollar. One of them is extra fine and one of them is AU50. So it'll be about 300, 350 maybe worth of silver rounds and generic and that type of thing I can go get for these two coins. So I'll probably make a video on them tomorrow. They in flips. But yeah, I want everybody to have a beautiful night, beautiful week, and we will do this more often. I appreciate you. Have a good one. Blessed.